What is up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our show, F2F. And today I am showing you one of my favorite apps for keeping my nutrition on track. It's called Nutritionix Track. And honestly, it's such a game changer for logging food and counting your calories. So today we are just going to show you an overview of what it is. So right now I am on the main page. So features is that it's a free app that makes tracking your meals super easy. It's built on a massive verified database, which means you can find pretty much any food, right? Let's say, let me type a jam. And as you'll see here, you can pretty much find any food from home cooked meals, right? Like custom meals and restaurant stuff without guessing. Now, what I love about this one is you can easily type in the first few letters. Let's say my favorite would be cottage cheese from Costco, and you will see right away it pulls out a ton of cottage cheese stuff. If there are those that you've recently logged in, then it'll show here. So there's over here is my Kirkland signature 2% cottage cheese that I always use. It also shows you the foods. So these are the custom recipes and custom meals that you make, right? And right beside it, you can see the calorie counts of each and every one of those. There are also common foods. So these are just generic foods, right? And otherwise, right down below are all the branded foods, and the nice thing about it is it's got an image to go with it. So if you're unsure about something, you can just click on it. All right, once you choose it, you can hit this little I button and it'll show you the image to make sure that it is the correct one that you want to put in. Now, that said, not only that, let me go back to that. It also shows you the nutrition facts that is attached to that food or that meal. So for example, if we go back and let's say I want to choose one of my, let's type in cottage again and search it. And you'll see I've got cottage everything bun. It's one of my custom foods right here, and we'll click on that. Now I didn't put any photos on it, and when you hit the letter I, it'll show you the breakdown of nutrition facts within that. All right, and it's so easy. If there's something you'd like to remove from your basket before you even add it in, then you just delete it. So swipe to the left and just hit delete, just like that. It's so easy. Now, the main screen will show you the date today, and it just shows you at the very top the summary of what you've eaten and stuff. So right now there's nothing there, but we can go to stats, and let's say, let me go back to the 19th, and pretty much this is all and everything that I ate on that day. And as you can see at the very top, it'll give you a summary of your calorie intake, the calories that you burned, because this app also allows you to enter your activity and it will automatically deduct that. So then it will give you the remaining balance of 310 for that day. I have a remaining balance of 310, and it also gives you a quick breakdown of the macros up top. So 126 grams protein, 242 grams carb, 36 grams of fat, once you scroll down, you will see your breakfast. There's a little eye here that you can hit, and it will give you the breakdown for what you had during the breakfast meal, and including a nice little pie chart to let you see quickly how much your macros are. So, and then you can simply copy your meal or clear your meal, whichever you prefer to do. All right, and then it's got AM snack, lunch, PM snack, dinner, and then at the bottom third of your screen you will see exercise, and this is where you're going to put in your activities. Now, the cool thing about the exercise is once you hit exercise, it's got this little microphone icon, and you can literally just hit that microphone icon and tell it what your exercise is. 30 minutes of walking. Oops. 30 minutes walking. 30 minutes walking. Okay, it's not picking it up right now. It's probably because I am recording this screen, and that's why the microphone is locked into the recording. Okay, so it's not picking it up right now, unfortunately, because I am currently recording the screen as I'm making this video to show you how I do it on the fly. But otherwise, it picks up on your voice, and it translates it to typewritten words. And otherwise, you can also type it on screen just like this and put in, let's say, 30 minutes walking, and say save. All right, and there we go. There's an additional 30 minutes walking, and it will show you the calories burned for that activity. So let's delete that one because that is just a sample. And you can also put in your weigh-in. You can change it to kilograms or pounds, whichever one you choose. I'm not gonna do that right now because I did not weigh myself today. And then at the very bottom, before the daily summary, you can log in your water intake. That's the total water I consumed today is 216. There's some easy buttons to put in your water intake. Now the measurements is in liters, so just take note of that. And then you can add it in. Let's say I say 0.5 liters, I add it in. And let's say, oh, hey, I need to change that because I did not actually do that. Then you go down to the bottom and just type in the correct amount, and you hit update, and it will update that for you. And at the very bottom, you can view your daily summary, and it's going to show you your nutrition facts, your total calories, your fat intake, your cholesterol intake, sodium, carbs, fiber is very important, and then your proteins. And then you can expand this one for your micronutrients. Right? You can also customize and put in your daily calorie limit. Now, supposedly I was aiming for 1300, but this was I ended up getting a total of 1724.8 calories that day. But nevertheless, because I was doing my exercises and activities, I was still able to bring it down. So, and there we go. All right, now that said, you can do your customization through the preference tabs. You can put in your daily calorie preference here. It'll ask for your metrics, your gender or your sex, and then you can put in your weight, your height, and your age. So it will give you recommended calorie values, which actually for my current weight is saying I should be taking in 1800 maintenance calories, right? Now, if you want to lose weight, generally speaking, you deduct 500 calories from there, and you're gonna lose about 1 pound of weight a week. All right, if you keep it that low, or actually not 1 pound. It actually says it down here in the recommended calorie values. It says if I hit 1300, then I lose 0.5 kilograms per week, and if I hit 2300 calories or kilocalories, then I gain 0.5 kilograms per week. All right, so you can enter your daily calorie limit through here. Okay, of course they have their disclaimer there, and you've got links to your corrected metabolic equivalents and compendium of physical activities at the very bottom. I will not show you that today, but just showing you this. Also, from your preference, if you have a Fitbit or whatever smartwatch or stuff, you can connect it directly through here. Okay, but since I don't have that brand, I'm not using it. And of course, you can put your app reminders, weekly reminders, and what other reminders through your preference tab as well. And then again, you can also set your daily goals through here, so it's quite easy to find. 1300 kilocalories, and for now, this is what I've set my goal at. You set it at percentages, and then you save it. You can also find that at the very bottom here. There's a gear icon at the very bottom that says preferences. And of course, this is your main dashboard. And then if you want to go through your history, you go down to your stats. Now, as you can see, it'll show you the days missed and whatnot. Now, I did not use the app for quite a while because sometime in January, the nutrition breakdown disappeared. They did something, an update to the app and the website and stuff, and it disappeared. And it just recently returned this week, and that's why I tried it on the 19th, and it's recently returned. So now I am making this video for you, and that's also the reason why this video was quite delayed. But previously, as you will see here, now you will see there are red days on the calendar. Those are the days where I went over my calorie intake. So let's try and hit December 3rd. All right. So on December the 3rd, I went 2,780 calories intake, and I only burned 790. So I was over by 490, and even the breakdown, it shows you 292 carbs. Oh my God, and 93 grams fat. That is just mind-blowing. All right, so the reason for that is I ate a lot of these custom meals that I made, and this is the culprit. So the craisin loaf bread that I made, it was just so delicious, so difficult to stay away from it. And then I had this lentil spinach coconut curry. So all the food was banging, but the most detrimental one is the cordon bleu. So here we go. Cordon bleu. I believe this was our Christmas dinner at work. So I ate the cordon bleu without really thinking how much calories it's going to add on to my food intake, and it's a whopping 726. And you can see the nutrition breakdown here. Saturated fat, just one meal, it's 119%. Just one, it's not even one meal, it's just one food. So that's not counting the mashed potato and stuff. So if you're serious about watching over your calorie intake, then this is going to help you with that. So as you can see, no matter how many I had almost 3 hours of walking, including driving my car for 40 minutes on that day. And nothing was enough to bring down those calories. So that's what I'm telling people. Um, if you don't watch over your diet, no amount of exercise, well, not exactly no amount of exercise, but it will take so much more effort to burn your calories compared to if you're just going to watch over your diet and do it diligently. So, all right, now going back to this, on the stats page, it will also show you the weight graph. You can change the interval for, let's say, the last 6 months, and it will show you what your start was from today, or in this case, from this day. And it'll show you your change, your current weight, and this nice little graph down here. You can also change it to since your starting weight, which as you can see here, it dove. By the way, I'm pretty much at the year, my anniversary since I started this journey. I started with 97.4 kilograms. I was actually much heavier than that because I started tracking my nutrition a little later, but definitely 31.8 kilograms change from then, and you'll see it on the graph here. So I hope you take this as an inspiration, even though you might be on the heavy side right now, but consistently doing it month after month after month, diet, exercise, it's not impossible. All right, now let's go back to this app and let me just show you quickly that if let's say I want to go back to today, you just hit stats and scroll back to today. Well, let's scroll back to the 19th, and let's say today is actually the 20 today is 24th, and the screen will show you today is the 24th. So to add your food, you can either use this to type in your food. Let's say I am having a jam, so raspberry jamma, it will show it right there, your most recent choices. Otherwise, you can also click on the tabs up top. All right, you'll see the most common stuff here. Common would be generic stuff, and then branded, and then you can choose. Now if you want to be specific, let's say jam great value, you type it in, just type in the first few letters, and it will pull up those things. Okay, now as mentioned, let's say you want some KFC. Okay, so let's say KFC. Now all of these are part of the database that people have entered. That's why they don't have any photos. But if you enter something new, you can actually take a photo of it and include it in there. So if we type KFC, you'll see it here. Let's say you just want to type in a generic chicken sandwich. Okay, when you type it in, it will pull up a lot of chicken and stuff, but you'll see common foods, again branded foods, then you'll have the breakdown there, or you can hit the branded tab and go to a shortcut there and specify which branded food you're looking for. Otherwise, if let's say you have a custom meal, let's say yogurt bun, all right, and you made your custom recipe, you go to your own foods and you can see all of the different yogurt stuff here. That's yours. Okay, another nice thing about this is that you can create your own recipe, and that's true here. Okay, as you can see, I've created quite a few new recipes here. The lentil wrap, don't miss out on that video. I'll put the link up here. It's quick and easy, just 2 ingredients. You can spice it up any which way you like, and it's very, very convenient. All right, so, and from here, you can actually go in and put in the details, whatnots. Okay, you can change it, and like I said, you can put in a photo of the item that you've taken using this one, right? And then you can easily log this recipe. Let's say we're gonna have it today, and you go down to the bottom. So when you're logging any food, you go down to the bottom and you can edit it. Is it a single food? Is it a multiple food? You can put in the servings and then the snack. You can schedule it, whether it's today, yesterday, or you can choose a date if you need to. If you're planning your meal prep for the next week, then you can put in any day, all right, and just put it in, log 1 serving. Let's say today we're gonna log 1 serving, and there it is. So once you've chosen that one, you can actually change it. So this one, you have the units here. So 1 serving. Now, because this is a custom food, usually custom foods are divvied up per serving. So when you make your custom food, you kind of have to have an idea of how many servings you have. But once you have it per serving, if you're only having half, you just put in 0.5, and there you go. And it'll show you the breakdown at the bottom, right? And then you can also put in notes. Ha ha ha. All right, so you can put in notes down there, and it'll save it along with this thing here. So when you open it up, you will see the notes down there. Okay, and aside from that, you can also put in multiple things. One more thing here is, let's say I have some chips right here. It's got a barcode at the back, and you can hit the barcode scanner. It'll pull it up, and whoop. So if it's a new item that's not in the database, it's going to ask you to put it in, and you can take a photo of the front. All right, and then take a picture of the nutrition label at the back. Just make sure it can be seen properly, and once it's done, you submit that, and now they're gonna say thank you so and so, and you can put it in now, or otherwise you can wait for them to put it in. If you choose to, or let's say if you're eating out and your food is not in their database, what you can do is hit the menu here and go to custom foods. All right, as you can see, let's say A&W pancakes, and then you can access their nutrition information from their website, and it'll just ask you for the food name, the serving information, and then you manually type in all of these things, which you can grab, right, from the website or the manufacturer or whoever. Okay, so you can also add multiple things. Let's say I had some cottage cheese, 100, let's say 120 grams, and then I had maybe bread along with it, let's say type in bread, and let's say I had Canadian rye bread, so 2 slices right there. And you can put it as multiple foods, and you can put it as a single food. But if you do it as a single food, it'll list it as a recipe. Okay, so it will list it as a recipe, and it will ask for a name and of course the serving before you edit anything else, and you can add a photo or whatever. Otherwise, let's just go with multiple foods right now. And if you're happy with all of this, then you can log your 2 foods right there. So now we have the lentil wrap, we have the cottage cheese, and the Canadian rye bread. Let's say that's our breakfast. Or maybe let's have a drink. Let's say I've got orange juice. So right there, let's say we had simply orange. Okay. And of course, I'm not drinking 1 bottle. Or actually, this might be the, let's see the information here. So I think this is the individual bottle. Okay. So like I said, if you're not sure, you can always click on the eye and check out the photo. All right. So you'll see what it is. And let's log that. Okay. So that's what I had for breakfast. It's a total of 526 calories. And what I got from there was 4.9 fat. We got 28 grams of protein and 93.4 carbs, 5.9 fiber. It also shows you the sugars and added sugars and whatnot. So there you go. That is pretty much how you work it. And let's say I had some water, maybe a cup of water, so 0.25 liters. And when you go to your daily summary, it will show you all of that, plus that nice little pie chart to show you how much you've taken in for the day. All right, so that's kind of a quick rundown on how you use this Nutritionix. If you're trying to eat healthier or just want to see what your daily nutrition really looks like, give Nutritionix Track a try. It's a free app. You just download it on your mobile, and it's pretty easy to use, just like what I've shown you. And from there, I hope it helps you on your health and fitness journey. That said, thank you very much for watching today's episode. Now make sure you don't forget to check out our other videos, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tools that make healthy living way easier. And keep it fit, keep it healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.